I didn't test this with the previous mega structure, but screw it. Come on. Man, this place could really use some home improvement. I mean, like, come on, there's even moss coming out from the floorboards. Can't believe it. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be playing a game that I've been looking forward to playing at some point. Off camera, this is probably my favorite game, and it is Garry's Mod. And one of the cool things about Garry's Mod is it's almost as if you can go pretty much wherever you want. And if there isn't a place that you can go to, you can simply make it. And that's what we're doing today. We are inside of one of the many different maps that you can play in Garry's Mod. This one is Geom Biomes. It released pretty recently from what I could see. And the idea is that you're basically going through these little exhibits that encapsulates a different biome with, sometimes a structure like this one, which seems to be like a logging cabin, or it could just be mountains with maybe an occasional vehicle nearby. And the idea of this map is pretty cool because it seems like the developer is adding new locations based off of suggestions. At least, I guess recently they updated it to have a couple more biomes. So we're just gonna explore this place. Now, I just noticed something. There's like multiple trees that are just levitating. Maybe this place is like a hurricane frozen in time, and that's why there's trees knocked over and stuff levitating. For all we know, something horrible happened here. It seems like it's at some point in the autumn, which would probably make sense. Maybe whoever was working here was, chopping down some wood during the summer, maybe for some company to use, any company that needs timber. I do like how the exhibits are made up from the basic, like, default textures that Hammer uses, in which it's like a grid. It's pretty neat. Okay, so there was an opening back here, yeah, that looks caved in and broken open, like we're not supposed to go this way. Now, typically, I would follow where the game wants me to go, but I'm feeling adventurous, so we're gonna hop through here. And oh, how much worse it could be. Cool thing about having these places connect is that the light from the previous place we were just in filters in through here, which gives us at least some comfort knowing that there is at least a little bit of light. Where are we? Now, on the workshop page, it had pretty typical like names for the different biomes. Like there was a taiga, there was a snow biome, but I don't really know. I guess this place is still probably in the fall. It's just nighttime. The ground doesn't even have grass. It almost looks like concrete. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's this way. This is one of the snowy places. It also promised mountains. I wonder if there's going to be like a mountain biome that we can travel up. The way that this is like framed, I don't know if anyone's played Black Ops 3, but like a big thing about the campaign was the snowy forest. It's kind of what this reminds me of, just one tree in the middle of a snowy landscape. It's almost magical. This also seems to be one of the places that actually has an opening in the roof of whatever giant facility we're in. Alright, this looks like lava up here. I don't know if you can take damage, but we're about to find out. Oh yeah, that's definitely... We are inside of a volcano right now. Oddly enough, this one doesn't have an opening, so whatever gases are coming off of this are just filtering in here. And we're slowly dying. So probably, if this was a real place, we'd want to get out as fast as possible. Actually, wait, is this lava? It might just be like, I don't know. This might be... It's definitely pulsating, so I don't think it's just rocks. Again, we got ourselves a levitating rock. This place is very magical. Just go with it. So there's just water in the middle of it. It does look like a volcano, or wherever it is, it's not even like real. It might be imitating someplace from a different planet, because this looks straight out of Halo. I would play SWAT on this map. Okay, let's see. There's another broken open area right here that takes us to what seems to be a desert. Now, I think I have, like, realistic fall damage off, so I should only take... Oh, I didn't even take any damage. Nice. Honestly, with the fact that there's no real sunlight, it's all artificial, it almost looks like we're inside of a fish tank. Which is kind of neat, because given the context of where we are, there are probably people studying us. I mean, there are windows, after all. That's neat. And then there's a house that's kind of wasn't fully built, and it's sinking into the sand. Like, whoever was building it had forgotten that they were in the middle of something, and the sand just kind of consumed it. Ooh, a swamp. It seems like all of these different locations are kind of imitating the same concept, because this looks just like the logging cabin I was in earlier. It's like the same place, just if it was in different biomes. Again, very unsturdy design here. I wouldn't trust that ramp with my life. There's no furniture in this one, which, given it's in a swamp, I would at least want like a, I don't know, a witch's cauldron or something. But no, there's no one that lives in there. Okay, so now this is the snowy forest. The other place that we were at must have been like the taiga or something. I don't quite know the difference between the two. Let's see. It looks like there's another structure up here. Oh, takes us to the other entrance. Now, are there any secrets? Because it seems like there's a lot of different crevices you can get stuck in. So maybe there's like a little cave entrance or something in here. Maybe not. I don't want to get stuck back here, though. Let's see. Okay, so this was the first place we were in. Back here, that's the swamp. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything. Honestly, I feel like one of the things the map creator should do is add little secrets in these places, because it could be like, there's a lot of different uses I could think for this map. It is a GM map, so it's intended for sandbox, so you could use it for technically anything. But you could do like hide and seek here, you could probably do PvP stuff here, really anything. Okay, so this is more typical forest to what I'm used to. Reminds me of some of the different Counter-Strike source maps. Although CSGO and CS2 have always existed from the time I've played, you know, games on PC, I did go back to Counter-Strike Source just because there's a lot of stuff that Counter-Strike Source lets you do, because it wasn't... I wasn't there for like its prime. I'm assuming it was as competitive or close to as competitive as CSGO, but there was a lot more servers that had, you know, cool and interesting stuff that you could do in it. And this forest reminds me a lot of it. It also reminds me of Half-Life 2 Episode 2, whenever you're running from like the stalker enemies or whatever. Okay, let's see. We got a little beach area. Can we pick this up? Nope, we can't. So if somebody was drowning, they would be out of luck, because I can't even throw them anything to help. Then there's boxes over here. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that's like sinking into the sand. Whatever place this is, it's clearly kind of losing power as well. Hasn't been exactly well maintained. Is there anything down here? Now this is a perfect place to have a little Easter egg. Maybe like a little sunken treasure chest down here. Probably not. It's like the set of some game show. Another thing that you could probably use this for, because Garry's mod does have kind of a history of almost acting like a I don't want to say like a non-VR VR chat because this has existed longer than VR, but with the different role-playing servers being incredibly unserious most of the time, I can imagine them using like these little settings for random stupid role play and stuff. All right, so walking around, I think we've explored basically everything. One thing I do want to check is if there's anything in that dark room like area that I didn't completely explore. Yeah, this one and the lava room because I didn't really have a chance to kind of check out the what exactly is going on in these little areas. Again, it's weird. It like I said, it looks like concrete. It doesn't look like any place that would actually exist. But I don't know. It's also connected to the two weirdest locations, the lava room and the, you know, place with the little tree in the middle of it. It's very kind of it's almost like it isn't supposed to be here. Like wherever this place was, they didn't intend on you being able to get to it. Like it was in the middle of development for something, but then they just stopped and tried to seal the place off. And that's why like there's only one actual door. The other two are just busted open to let you get in. It's very odd. And then this place as well. Now, there is a way to obviously I haven't used hammer that much, but there is definitely a way to make like you take damage to certain things. I feel like that would be a cool idea to kind of add uniqueness to this little section. At least I'm assuming it's a volcano. It looks like it is. Maybe add little rocks to where you can kind of parkour around it, like some Flora's lava type of room. I feel like that would be a good use of this little area since a lot of the sections of the map, obviously because they're biomes, they do blend together a little bit, just with, you know, different looks, and that's about it. So this would be a cool place to have something more interesting. I feel like this place, it's perfect as it is. Unironically, the random desert is such a cool idea because it can be as barren as you want it to be because it's a desert. So you don't even really have to do much with it. Anyway, I really enjoyed this map. The fact that it has multiple different locations, different styles to each, you know, little area, it definitely has a lot of promise. And if the map creator keeps updating it to add more segments, who knows, maybe in the future we'll return to this place. But yeah, let's move on to the next map. All right, now we're on to our next map. This one, oh my god. This map is the Streifen megastructure. Now, megastructures are an idea that I have always found really interesting. Oh, you can even see them up through that. Basically, the idea is these are big industrial complexes that are basically like typically designed completely randomly by some type of robot AI. Maybe there's like a large colony of humans that just kind of build outwards until there's nowhere else to build. And oh, you can hear it. Oh, God. And this is the result of that. Now, a part of this is because of the like popularization of brutalist architecture in which, you know, things aren't really detailed. You build everything out of concrete. That looks like a door. Okay, it's not. You build everything out of concrete. You got sharp corners on everything. Maybe, oh no, at least you can't even walk out of this. I would I would hate I would hate if this was actually here and you could just walk out and fall down there. That would be horrible. Um, the idea is it's basically just the most monotonous looking place possible, and that's what this is. So, what even would be the function of a place like this? Obviously, there's, staircases leading up, almost like pedestals. I would imagine. Also, I need to equip my hands. 'Cause that's the greatest thing to say. It's so loud, just randomly. It's almost like whatever they're building out towards isn't actually working. Like, it's hitting each other. It's grinding against itself. Oh, no. Can we step down? Yes, we can. That's horrible. But yeah, it's almost like they are still constructing this place and they're they're really close to just completely breaking everything. So, wherever we are we like suspended up by like chains or something? Or are all of these little like linked together pieces similar to what we're in right now? I can't really tell. The lighting in this place is really bad. But honestly, how would you even like run power through something like this? Oh god, this one's like cracked open. I do like the fog. I've never seen that in a Garry's Mod map, honestly. Obviously, I think all of this is like a skybox, but the way that the fog kind of, courses through all of these linked cables, I've never seen that. Okay, let's see if there's any way to find like an opening. Okay, here we are. Can we hop up this? You know what this little area reminds me of? Has anyone ever played Star Wars Dark Forces? There's, it's like the fourth or fifth level of the game. This looks like that little valley that you have to navigate through. It has a very similar vibe to it. It's very Star Wars regardless, because there's multiple different places in Star Wars that kind of remind me of this. Obviously, like the surface of the Death Star looked a lot like this. Probably wasn't as loud. I don't know what the architects of this place are doing, but they're failing at something. Oh, isn't that a picture? Really just shows like the sense of scale with this place. And yeah, whatever we're on is definitely much larger. Oh, you can actually walk off that. No. Absolutely not. But yeah, whatever we're on is definitely a lot bigger than these big chains that are going around us. And down there, it looks like there's similar structures to what we're on. Oh, God. Can we go all the way down here? I want to see if we can. Over here. Can we turn something off? There's music. I don't know if this is copyright or not. Alright, well that was a fun vibe that we had going on there. I don't know if that song was copyright or not. I'll know whenever I'm publishing this video. But yeah, that was crazy. That was a really good song choice for what they were going for. Ooh, that's cool. You know something? I know the backrooms is like the most popular concept of a mega structure, at least it is now. But the idea itself isn't new. That's why, like, there are other stories that kind of take after the concept of megastructures. Blam is my favorite. If anyone's ever seen Blam, I've talked about it before to multiple people, but it's, very similar to what this looks like. In fact, this is probably based off of Blam's idea of a megastructure. Earth and I Have No Mouth, but I Must Scream. That also is, I believe, a megastructure, or at least it's similar to a megastructure. So, yeah, it's not a new concept. This map is really cool. Obviously, it's kind of a proof of concept. It's not like really that advanced. It's just multiple different rooms, really cool skybox. If the map creator could make like an RP map based off of this with like different segments of it, maybe a travel system, because there are maps that have like working subways and stuff, that would be so cool. I would absolutely love that. But yeah, let's move on to the next map. All right, we are here with the final map of this video. Another megastructure. This one is Giga-Khrushevka. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that. And this is basically a giant endless apartment building that, you know, goes into an eternally dark abyss. Insane description, by the way, but that's apparently what it is. That's why we can't. This is a window. We can't see anything out of it because we're inside of a dark abyss. So let's just explore this place, at least as far as we can. It is, you know, in concept supposed to be endless, but because this is Garry's mod, unless it's like a GM infinite map, you can't make them endless. So let's just go down here and... Oh, I hate that. This might actually be worse than the previous map. What? There's like actually noise for the dark that you're seeing. Oh, I hate that. Okay. Let's stay focused. I don't know why I wasn't able to get out of the little spawn room I started in, but I don't know. We're here now, so we can kind of explore this place. Now, the design of this is obviously very Slavic. It is definitely Soviet Union architecture, and the place itself looks very old. Obviously, there's probably nobody that lives here, and for some reason you can't get to the top floor. At least there's some magical force field that's keeping that rubble from falling down onto us, because okay, you can still hear the wind from outside on occasion. But yeah, very, very barren, much like the other megastructure we're in. What makes this one worse is the fact that we know for a fact this is supposed to be a living quarters. Like, people are supposed to live here. And the idea of that is just immensely dreadful, because I could not imagine it. Just every single space here, having to look out of these windows. It's almost like whatever apartment building we're in, it's like an amalgamation of all of them, as if it was warped to some place it doesn't belong. It's very eerie to think about. But yeah, let's see. I'm guessing this is how they stop us from... Yeah, this is where the map cuts off, is right here. So it's probably not much more that we can see. Ooh, there's an opening right here. That's so horrible. And it bends. It bends. It's as if whatever we're on fell atop the buildings down there, and they're just nothing more than support holding us up. That's horrible. And it bends even further up there. It's very Doctor Strange. I didn't test this with... Oh, I hate those noises. I didn't test this with the previous megastructure, but screw it. Come on. Let's see if we can fall down here. We can. Beautiful. Obviously, we're not supposed to explore this area, but it does give us more of perspective for just how large this place is. Can we fall down even more? Does look to be stuff down there. Let's just see. Let's go until we hit the kill plane. Oh, you can actually fall down here and it doesn't stop you? Oh, let's get an idea for how big this place is. Look at that. Oh, that is so ominous. I know I say it almost every single video where I'm exploring like a, liminal or kind of odd looking location like this, but genuinely, it's so oppressive. And I think the fact that it's meant to be like a apartment complex from some Slavic country just adds to the fact that it is so oppressive, because that's like the whole gist of the idea anyway. And this was where we were. Just this one little segment over here. Oh, that's crazy. That is the sense of scale for this map. The other one was really good, but once we got to that like big opening area, you could kind of tell how small the chains and stuff were. So really the effect was entirely because of the fog. This one, it just is that big. It just genuinely is this big. And if I hadn't fallen down there, I would have believed that this was never ending. Because it just looks so gigantic, even when you're moving around. Yeah, this is a really good map. I like this one. It's simple. Both of the megastructure maps were really simple, but they're just really effective at giving that gigantic sense of scale. What's it called? It's megalophobia, where you have a fear of giant things. This triggers it. Like, I don't even have megalophobia, but just the nature of this map triggers it. But I think that this is all that we have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below anything else you would like to see. Maybe another Garry's Mod map. But yeah, this was a really good video. These, like, the artistic stuff that people on the Garry's Mod Workshop can do is just crazy. But, yeah. Goodbye.